Hey Newerth, we're back with our second game of Top Green Cack versus the Piston Monkey Baboon Gorillas. Um, First game was a hella go from both teams, which ended up in Piston and his monkey clan finally outshining um, and collapsing on Hellborn for a swift defeat. Hopefully we see just as good of a game, and then even uh, in the second one we are already seeing the Sapphire ban coming out, um, which we all know why. Drunken Master because it's painful, Devourer because there's Sunk Bob, Moon Queen because there's Dummy. These are all obviously very strong heroes in their own right, um, but we also have a lot of respect for people who optimize their relationships and synergies with heroes and their playstyle. So Puppet Master and Bushwhack also banned, and the first pick coming out is NG. So we'll probably see a Flux pick from Hellborn, just to prevent Legion from having the combo. Taking a while on their first pick, actually. Taking quite a while. I wonder what they'll go for. Okay, we see the Flux come out. I mean, it's a reliable and strong pick in its own right. There's multiple reasons why we'll see it come. And then Pearl. Oh god. And Pharaoh from Legion and Demented. It's like we'll see a handful of heroes over and over. Hands and in different combinations and in different lanes. So Hellborn to ban. What are we gonna have here? Taking their time. A Meraxis ban. I think that's probably the first time we've seen Meraxis banned. They don't want it in Valka's hands. It's a strong hero, we just don't see it banned. We also don't see it picked as much to warrant the ban, but maybe for lack of a better idea, they just get rid of him. Kinesis also, he did a ton of work last game, but it's also another thing we'll never see banned. Hammerstorm, Hag, and Madman. So more just strong, straight up, meta and comfortable player hero combo picks banned. Madman, I think, struggled last the Jerazar, and we haven't seen the Jera ban. And it was a big deal last game. Even if they've got counters for the ulti, even if they have a disruption / re-engagement potential or reset potential, it's still just the fact that you have to reset and gives the enemy the window to formulate their own response and reset themselves. Armadon banned, I'm not unhappy about at all. Some of these heroes I'd like to see Hag, actually. And I'd like to see Devo. Heroes that force a lot of action. But at the same time, you don't want to be playing against it. I liked when they let him get Devo and pick the Kinesis. That was ballsy. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. Banning Scrap. Also kind of a linear and somewhat boring presence. Very reliable, but a bit boring, not flashy. Shell shock, black. Cool. Okay, I wonder if that's NK saying something about it, because it's what I was mentioning to him. Would be a lot of fun to see. And the Mage Bane. Okay. So the only AoE that they're comboing so far is the Flux and Shell Shock, but together with the Pearl, I mean, Pearl and Flux just together have a lot of displacement potential. They just cause a lot of disruption and sort of chaos in skirmish fights, which can be crucial when the timing of when outcomes are decided become shorter and shorter. Having these sort of like a pred pickup. So I'm sure that has a lot to do with the Mage Bane, but at the same time, it's incredible against Shell Shock and Pearl. Yeah, Flux is pretty good against Pred, actually. I mean, you can always kind of just still be moving him around, but this Pred no doubt will pick up the Elder and just start pounding away on people. Also, that his Q is now a restrain, so it will keep Magebane from blinking for 2 seconds, I believe, 3 seconds. His Q is Venomous Leap. Yeah, quite an impressive and deadly looking lineup from Legion. That's looking harsh, but Predator's really the only core physical carry. So they're in a small sense putting all their eggs in one basket. There's a lot of supporting cost potential. Obviously, Self-Force is just always strong, but he's not the auto-attacking physical DPS carry that we had last game with a Puppet Madman combo. Maybe they're looking for a different power spike timing, which would be slightly earlier with this sort of lineup. A Legionnaire from Hellborn. And it looks as if this will actually be a jungle Legionnaire and not a, like, tri-lane, cut the lane Legio. Awesome. Great to just see different heroes. Gotta give it to Entius, who brings the Sapphire into it and the Legio into it. Very cool. I'm excited to see where this game goes. Apparently, I'll get a Procaster. Awesome, fantastic, desperately needed, and very well and warm welcome. I guess Puppet's joining me to cast. Awesome.
Hello, man.
That's a nice surprise. Hey.
I'm just here to go cast and give some insight.
Get a cast and give me a break. Thank you.
Nice.
Why don't you take it away?
Yes, I am.
Insight.
Okay, so we have... I just need to be familiar with the picks. We have a Legionnaire on the Hellbound side. Interesting.
Yeah, that's cool.
Where do you think he will go on Legionnaire?
I kind of hoped that it would be like some weird tri-lane that cuts the lane, but maybe mid. Maybe mid with a slow Pearl slowly stacking. What do you think about Legio versus Self?
I think it's a very good hero. I mean, at least early game, because you can challenge the Self-Force a little bit. But it's still a very like non-conventional hero from mid lane.
Yeah, it's quite unusual and unorthodox, but that's perfect, and it's also it's also sometimes strong just because it's unusual to go against. You're not quite sure of its potential. You're not quite sure like of its rotations because it's different.
Yeah, and also what is why the pick is very good as well in tournaments is because most of the players don't know how to play against a Legionnaire mid because they never faced the challenge.
Exactly.
So it's new, and let's see how far it's gonna adapt on Sulfuris. And hopefully the game is gonna be good. I have a question. What do you think of the Shell Shock
I love
Flux
that.
lane?
I love it. I love it. Except for the Predator counter pick.
Yes.
That's a bollock. That's like playing it against the Swiftblade. Like you've got awesome guns and this person's just immune to bullets. It's unfair.
I mean, what I like about the lane is that they can harass Predator.
Yeah,
quite
early,
heavily.
like for the first, let's say, 8 minutes, it's in their favor. But you with that combo, you want it to remain strong. You know, you want to constantly be a threat. So Legionnaire is already like, okay, remove. I'm just gonna go and stand here in the middle of the jungle.
It's a very good
Which
read
is
actually
weird.
from the Legion side. Going dual lane mid with for Legionnaire.
Do you think it's even necessary?
To dual
Like,
lane the
yeah, sure.
Legionnaire?
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Legio is gonna do what? He's gonna just walk up to Self and constantly try and pull aggro and hopefully whirl on him, right? But Self is far from weak. Has a lot of HP, has a lot of heal. Is even stealing the Legio's heal. Anyway, I just
Bot lane?
Legio instead. Oh, sorry, I missed that. You must just say as soon as you see any fights, and if you wanna
Yes, okay,
give a
okay.
play-by-play, yeah. If you want me to call the fights, you just point them out because I'll miss them. I'm always talking theory.
It's fine, I will tell you. But look at the mid lane right now, look at the
Yeah,
damage
I see.
on
I
Sulfuris.
see them.
This is 2 spins from the Legionnaire. Very strong.
So somehow they got the first blood, the Demented and the Pred, against the Flux. Was he just out of position? Were they trying to pull or? Oh, and Shelter tries to counter to their own medium pull. Does not manage, unfortunately.
He was
Basically got a 50.
first blood was due to the rotation from Engineer.
Oh yes, of course, there was 2 assists on it.
Yes. But look at mid lane. Legionnaire is getting ganked right now. And Invis Pearl.
He's getting poked. Is Pearl going to take his W and push him into the tower? Come on, it doesn't hit creep. Do it.
Nice
yes.
play.
Come on. Very good play.
Yes.
Weird that it took some time. That's quite interesting that Pearl's W just only affects heroes. You know, if it affected creeps, then he might not have died. Oh, he would have, because after the taunt, then it means the tower would attack. In fact, if it did blow the creeps, it would even make him proc his world more. He's already taking triple. Oh yeah. The NG's managing to take the stun on flats. Shellshock's deciding against rolling in, probably for the better. Gotta sort of agree with that decision. NG's made really effective 2 rotations here. His mid rotation wasn't felt because of the Pearl invis only. Shellshock, don't you find Shellshock to be one of the most sort of like mechanically underutilized heroes? Like, do you ever see a Shellshock get a PK? But a Shellshock can get a PK and PK on the side of a Tempest enemy or a Kronos and roll through it, and you can jump in for a AoE Cyclone disjoint that you can choose to be a part of. So
Nice.
Self is manning up on the Shellshock.
Yes. So with very good roll actually there, dodging the Q from Sulfuris. But I think he will end up dying.
Yeah. The Self is quite beefy, so both Pearl and Shellshock trying to sit on him for rune control just didn't work. Like, I guess they should have just understood that it's not going to work. The ability to cancel your own roll is quite big because the person's instinctively going to back, and then you just cancel it and back. You don't have to commit anymore like you used to.
Yeah. It's a very decent hero sometimes.
I mean, I think it's just misunderstood. Mage Vayne's jumping on this Pharaoh does so much mana burn, and after he's burnt his mana, he does 0 damage.
But Pharaoh is doing a good job maxing his Q spell,
Yeah,
the Hellfire spell.
But what do you think, like, conceptually, the sort of strategy, theory of the Shell Shock with a PK and his W? Oh, Pred jumps on the Flux while Shell Shock's going randomly into the river. I don't know. That's a ton of damage on Flux. Oh, he's looking for the South. They've got wards. Too little, too late. South Forest is doing very well, almost 4. And Pred's at 480. Jesus. Yeah.
Look at, oh, I thought he was spinning. Yeah, I thought he was spinning on a Predator, but no.
He's just going for like lane. He's just jumping into the lane. It's super both unfortunate that they are against the Pred and well picked by Legion to counter pick with the Pred, because really he's just untouchable by Shell Shock and Flux, especially after the 2 NG rotations. They're underleveled. Pred has too much heal, too much farm. They can't touch him.
Well, very good news for Legionnaire. He just got a illusion rune. So his helm as well. So he's just gonna cut the wave right now.
South Forest takes 1 at least. I saw him charge and miss, only hit the 2 big creeps. Kind of an awkward ability sometimes. I wish that it was more like a Hammerstorm cleave and that it wasn't exactly a cone around the target, and more like, you know, at least just the people around the unit. They're jumping on the South. They're quite determined to get him. Just instantly ulties the Pearl and says bye-bye. Pearl jumped in to hit him with the Q, I believe. Jumped, and then NG even kegged him further in. Legionnaire is going to go take triple Ancients now. So they're relying a lot on this like flash farming ability of Legio, but he went for the Helm. What are your thoughts? Because Pred is even amazing against the Legio, isn't it?
He's fine. I mean, not necessarily that good, but it's still a decent counter to Legionnaire.
Don't you think that it's almost like one of the best carry counters to Legionnaire? Because not only is he life stealing, he's strength, he's not going to get burst. His ult he's going to proc faster because of Legio's W, which grants him attack speed but reduced damage.
Wait, look at top lane. Arrow is getting jumped on and he died. I will talk about this, and I agree with you. Predator is good, but it depends on the timing. Late game, it's very good, but if Legionnaire manage to outfarm him, like we have seen right now, he can have his timing.
Flux and Shell Shock smoke behind mid tower. I guess they're looking for self, but like without Flux and Shell Shock are level 4 and 5. I don't know who they're hoping to kill. Maybe they're hoping to find a South Forest who's low HP and jungling, but that's late. These 2 wards on the bot rune are almost right on top of each other. Everyone knows that South has invis. Oh, okay.
He's going in.
And they're also rolling. Oh, but they're choosing to go on NG. Yeah, I agree with that. I wonder if NG had mana for his ulti.
And I think Shell Shock is dead.
So first is 1 man versus 4, and they're like backing just because they know they have to commit way too much to killing him. So they'd rather just sacrifice the Shell Shock rather than the compromised positioning.
I'm really curious.
Legio and Pharaoh ultis in to follow. I think that Legion are wise to quickly disengage from this after the quick response from Hellborn. Yeah, and that just ends up in a Pharaoh kill. But Legion rotate 5 people. while Predator free farms and push bottom tower freely. Kind of uncharacteristic for Dummy to take the last hit on the tower, but I guess he's on his timing for Thunderclaw, so it's excusable.
But I'm very curious.
PK.
Oh, nice. I'm very curious how the mid game is gonna go for the Legion side. They have to play very well and try to read as much as possible the Legionnaire pick off. But you see him running top? No. Okay, he's gonna attack the Ancients and take them. Wait, what? Okay, never mind, he's not. He wants to take them, but he's going back to the jungle, which was a good decision.
Yeah. They have vision of it. Maybe they'll hope to cap if Legionnaire decides. Oh, mid initiation. Legionnaire jumps in on the NG. Not even going to be able to take the kill. Pearl ulti's just a bit too late to save him. The NG ult counters and Self-Force melts both Legionnaire and Pearl. Shell Shock's actually going to try and stun him. That's super ambitious, bro. I don't know like what it is.
We're gonna see an annihilation here.
Yeah, four finally goes down. Okay, that's the least they could get. And Pred even finishes off the genocide to avenge the Self-Forest. He says, "Don't worry, I got your annihilation."
That is very unfortunate for the Albon side.
I wonder if what happened. I didn't catch the initiation. Legionnaire should have melted the NG. Maybe he got super unlucky with the worms. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, Self-Force actually got Energizer. Wait. Oh, he PK.
He's jumping in again.
It doesn't even happen this time.
Oh my god.
Lots of mines hit him too. This is the second or third time Pearl's just jumping. Kind of desperate for a play. The Energizer on Self. They are actually going to go for the Ancients now. Pharaoh's Rocket sees it. I think
it's very good map awareness from the Albon side, taking the Ancients.
Yeah, it's not the biggest deal to be fair. Like Lijo, despite all that farm, isn't even killing the NG. They got their whole team killed by thinking that it's a sort of free initiation. Self is looking to dive mid. The tower's in deny range. I think he wanted to pressure and take that. NG gets a sneaky ancient block. This ward is very nice blocking the ancient. Nice deny. Is Shellshock going to be forced to spin? No, he's all good. Pearl gets it. Unfortunately, kind of misplaced defensive ward there, but it's also very unlikely to be countered.
What do you think of the Mage Bane going Rune Dax this game? He's probably going Rune Dax, right?
Yeah, definitely. I didn't see that. I don't know, to be honest. I think I like it more than Thunderclaw. Not as much as Mach.
They're jumping the Legionnaire, the Mage Bane.
I know, I don't know why though.
Okay.
What are they hoping to happen there? Even if Pharaoh's in range to ulti, like what's happening there? Predator's taking out Triple X, he's almost at Hyper Crown. This Predator's gonna be out of control, and that's exactly I think why Self went Energizer. What? Do you think that Self-Force is saving for Mach? And if so, why the hell do you think he's doing it?
I mean, I guess he wants a second core, because right now they are playing against two cores. Two very farmed cores. The Mage Bane and the Legionnaire.
They're not that farmed. Mage Bane's a 380. No, I'm with you and I get it, but can Self-Force not be a core without a Mach?
I mean, he can still be a core, but he's not going Mach this game, so I'm happy.
Oh, what did he get?
And Legionnaire bot. Legionnaire jumping the Engineer. And...
Fred took no damage. They took out Engine. Fred finishes Hyper Crown. They're chasing after Pharaoh. Shell shock rolls, but Flux doesn't jump in. It takes some getting used to this synergy and chemistry and sort of like cooperation.
This is the fourth time Legionnaire is jumping to the engineer and gets picked off right afterwards.
Yeah, you're right. I guess it's because he's used to seeing it as a free kill. Like, you know, you're this insanely farmed Legio, you should be able to kill them, but if you only catch them on 2 creeps, you're relying on some RNG to spin. NG then has his keg and ulti and burst to stop it. Look at this Pred. Pretty brave on bot.
He's not scared.
Yeah, still got his W, still got the Dementor behind him.
He has the Dementor behind him, yes.
Look at this. He doesn't even use his W.
And I think he got a kill here.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, shame. He didn't even get a Toxin Claw. This Pred. He doesn't W for the Shell Shock roll?
I think it was on cooldown. Look at mid lane. Pharaoh wants to...
Now Legio can catch him with some creeps? No. Probably wise, I mean... Full of armor. Whenever he jumps, it seems to be a bad decision. NG is getting gone on by Mage Bane. So someone can kill this NG at least. But it took an ulti. Triple stack.
Predator might be in trouble here if he stays there.
And your thoughts on the cleaver?
I mean, I guess it's fine. If you think you can farm with Mage Bane, I guess it's fine.
But his attack speed is like 1 a second.
What?
So bad. I said his attack speed. It's like 1 a second. It's awful.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's still... I don't think it changed a lot. All the items are the same on Mage Bane. Like, all the farming items are the same. Mock, bones.
So what does he follow it up with, though? Something that grants attack speed?
Probably... Well, maybe Elder Parasite.
Nah, but he won't get that. What would you get? Would you get Mock? Or not, because of Predator? It's not
on Mage Bane?
Yeah.
It's a very tough game for Mage Bane, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. Look at Pred.
Yeah.
Pred has this Talisman, Hyper Crown, Ice Brand. It's 17 minutes. He's got that.
I expect him to go for Basher late game, Demonic maybe, on Mage Bane. It's the Predator, but it's still a very tough match.
Yeah. So as Pharaoh here, do you rocket Kong with a chance of sniping it? Oh, he does actually.
Yes, having token this early in the game is not like that impactful.
Kong buff is better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Mage Bane ends up ulting him.
They use 2 ultis on the Conqueror.
A trophy to spit on.
But the Legion team looks very scary at the moment.
Oh, definitely. I struggle to see how Hellborn can even work with this. Like, Legion needs to misplay. They need to get out of position. And like Shell Shock Flux need to hit a combo that they're not expecting, like through the trees, you know? And they need to hit Predator. Oh.
Engineer. He tried to combo the Mage Bane, but he missed the keg.
So you might be right in that he's going Elder, but like, he will melt instantly to Predator, won't he? And even to Self-Forest. Not melt, but like he won't be able to man fight it.
Hey, never mind, he's going for Whispering Helm. Which I agree a little bit more, because you need more armor.
But Shell Shock's gonna get collapsed on. He can roll to...
He's rolling to Self-Forest.
Yeah. And he's actually...
It's a very good roll, actually.
Yeah, because it also even delays the... he dies anyway. But Mage Bane doesn't have ulti because he used it on power. Oh no. not even going to be able to take Self out. Legionnaire does jump in, but Predator is just way too strong. Pearl manages to disengage for a while, but the Legion literally single hero. Hellborn, I think, yeah, almost predictably realized that this is not gonna go their way and bow out. So we're gonna have a third game. Game's over before 20 minutes.